So I got into more, I would say, more sustainable fashion rather than in pre-loved fashion, because I do like fashion, but I know what my shopping kind of does to the environment, in a sense of kind of like, I think I watched a documentary by Stacey Dooley, and it was that thing of like kind of the amount of water was being used to make denim and stuff. And I was already not really buying a lot on the high street in kind of from fast fashion brands, but I thought I can buy what's on the fast fashion in charity shops, and I decided that for kind of from November that I was just going to buy from charity shops or from sustainable brands. But really I just wanted to go like pre-loved fashion, because I knew that, like kind of on Instagram and kind of my friends and families, we all kind of wear similar clothes. So I just started last year organising my own clothes swaps in my flat, and kind of saw that like all my friends were going to be throwing their clothes into landfill. So we decided to do this clothes swap, and we kind of got to kind of mix our clothes around and kind of got our own stuff, kind of, and friends were wearing our clothes and stuff, and then anything that was left over went to the charity shop or went to the women's refuge. So we knew that it was going somewhere that kind of was either supporting somebody or kind of looking after the environment a bit more. This is kind of like my vintage slash kind of second-hand charity. It's sort of from all different places, from different kind of second-hand places in a sense. The first piece is this one. This is from St Oswald's in Jesmond, which they kind of call the posh shop, charity shop, and it's originally Marks and Spencer's. I kind of felt that in my wardrobe I was missing a bit more kind of evening wear, but kind of casual still evening. So I started kind of like specifically looking for that at that time, and I found this, and it came with kind of like a little belt, and it's quite nice for kind of like that early evening kind of style. So that was what I was looking for. So yeah, I kind of went down that aisle, and it was kind of like reasonably priced for a charity shop. I think I paid like £15 for it, but I've already worn it about 4 or 5 times, so I've got good use out of that already. The second piece is a re-stress that I was originally looking for my for the evening of my wedding. Kind of looked for more like a bit of a more like kind of Marilyn Monroe kind of flare style, but I didn't want to pay full price for it. So I got this off eBay. It was originally, I think it was 100. Yeah, so it was originally £195. I think I paid about 140 with it. It had the Reese bag, and it came with the tags, so I kind of saved myself a bit of money along the board there. For that piece. This third piece I got from a vintage shop in York, and it was a little bit different for me. I'm going on a cruise for my honeymoon, so I wanted something that was kind of formal but a bit more my style, and I kind of like love a good maxi dress, so I went for this style to kind of, so it was a bit different. It's also quite thick, it's got a couple of layers underneath, so it would be good kind of for that evening dew, especially as I'm going to Norway, so it's going to be cold. And it looks great with kind of a leather jacket with heels, or if I can get away with it, I would like to wear it with Converse. So kind of one of them up and down looks that you can wear it kind of a bit more casual, a bit more evening, bit of everything. And I just love the pattern on it. It kind of like reminds us of kind of like the 1940s, and I kind of love that era on telly. So yeah, it's nice to own a bit of my own kind of vintage. And this piece, so this is kind of a this was originally from Warehouse, but I got it from a charity sale for SmartWorks in Newcastle. They were doing kind of like a sale of like kind of like all their donations they got off handed. So I went for it. I've got a similar version from Levi, but it's a really thick denim, and it's not very good for in the summer. So I wanted a summer version of it, and this is a great version because it's linen, kind of with the buttons. Again, it's kind of one of them up and down. You can wear it on the evening, wear it through the day. So I kind of like to wear it with a pair of Converse or kind of some trainers. I like wearing it with high tops, but then also kind of wearing it with a pair of heels. It's had many trips to Bongo Bingo, this dress has. It's my go-to piece for kind of evening casual. I've got a little bit of an obsession with shirts, especially in the summer. So last summer I kind of went a little bit nuts in charity shops, but I found some really good finds. My staples are kind of white and then a bit of blue and white, they're kind of the ones I wear. So this one here is more like an autumn kind of winter. Originally Jack Wills, and I got it in the Salvation Army. I think I paid £3 for it. I think it was one of them bargains that I was thinking, I'm not going to wear it, might not wear it. If I don't, I might just resell it and make a little bit of money. But I ended up wearing it pretty much all last autumn. It's a nice tight fitted, kind of like fitted with a pair of jeans. It's quite nice for just tootling around through the town and stuff like that. And it's colours that I don't normally use, so it's quite nice to kind of make my wardrobe a bit more colourful, because it's very black sometimes in the winter. And then these pieces, we'll go with these two first. So these two were kind of inspired by Meghan Markle when she was at Wimbledon, and I think she wore, I want to say it was a Ralph Lauren shirt that she wore, and I saw it and I was like, I need that in my life. And I decided that I was going to kind of challenge myself to find one in the charity shops. I remember I originally ordered one on ASOS and then ended up sending it back because I found these two instead. This is probably more like the one that she wore, and I wore it with a pair, kind of like wearing it with jeans, kind of a bit like kind of low-rise kind of boyfriend jeans. And then this one's a bit, I kind of like wearing with like high-waisted jeans. Again, both just from charity shops. That one's originally H&M and this one's George. I think I paid a couple of pounds rather than paying, I think it was the £189 that Ralph Lauren had in the sale. So yeah, they were two finds that I was really happy with. These two, so this is a Marks and Spencer's linen shirt. I feel like every wardrobe needs a white shirt, but I don't like a crisp white shirt, so I thought going for a linen shirt was more fitted for my wardrobe and what I do when I'm not at work. So this was kind of a nice kind of a version that I liked. It's originally from M&S, but I believe I got this in the British Heart Foundation. Again, a couple of quid, and saved myself a bit of money, because I think I originally looked at kind of getting one from Marks and Spencer's originally. So yeah, got that one. And then the final shirt that I got is this Ralph Lauren, and I think this is probably one of the best bargains I got. This was £3. And I got it again from the SmartWorks charity sale. It was in really good condition. It's a bit worn now, but yeah. And I wear this. This is more my like kind of like smart. I'm going for kind of like a late tea with family and friends, and I don't really want to dress up too much, but wearing it with a pair of jeans and heels kind of gives it that smart kind of look. So yeah. What are we going next? What are these two? These two pieces I bought off Instagram. It's kind of like my new thing at the moment, is to buy from Instagram and kind of buying from like other bloggers. So these were both from Alice, who runs a blog in Newcastle, and also is assistant manager at St Oswald's in Jesmond, so it was quite handy. The blazer and the shirt and the top I got for like, I think £13 for both of them, and I wear them together all the time. I don't own a blazer, kind of always wanted one, but didn't really again want to spend the money on something that I might not wear, so that's why I kind of wanted a bit more of a second hand one. Make sure I got my use out of it. It's got the shoulder pads in, fitted inside, to give it a bit more of a structural look. But again, I like wearing this to like the theatre, when I want a bit of like a more casual look but still look smart. And the clash of the print, like kind of the stripes and the kind of like the pattern on the blazer kind of for me really works. Some people might go and say that was not kind of the thing, but for me I kind of like the clash of the prints. It kind of really makes it a bit more kind of bit unique, I guess. But yeah, so the two together with a pair of jeans, either high-waisted or kind of boyfriend jeans, really works. And again, I think just adding the blazer just makes everything a little bit more kind of evening wear if I need to go from a day to evening look. Next, these ones. This was from a clothes swap that was in a cafe in Heaton. They did like a clothes swap, and I kind of, it was one of them, you take so many items, you take so many items and you can take as many as you want. So I got this. I thought the kind of the colours and the block was really nice, especially that I got it like in January where it was still a little bit cold, but it wasn't too cold that you needed really thick knitwear. So yeah, I got this one. It did need a good debobbling, and I have spent a few times kind of giving it a good debobble, but I think if you're going to buy a charity shop, owning a debobbler is like your best friend, because it can save any item. So yeah, so that was from there. This jumper is originally classic knitwear, and I got it from British Heart Foundation. Again, it was about £3 or £4, really cheap, but it's really good. It's like 100% wool, and it's the only annoying thing is it's dry wash only, but I wear it all the time. I love this little collar. I've got lots of like roll necks, but they're all like kind of high roll necks, so this is quite a nice kind of like a low roll neck, and kind of just is nice to like throw on with a pair of jeans, and kind of for them days where you may be going to the quayside and you're just going for a little walk, it's quite nice to layer up with a little t-shirt underneath for that one. Let's go this one. So this one is from a girl. I got this at Time Bank Brewery, and there was like a market stall on. This t-shirt, how she told us it kind of comes around is that she buys the t-shirts from charity shops, and then she prints on top of them, and then she gives a donation back to the charity shop that she bought it from. So it kind of like the best of both worlds. It's both sustainable, but it's also supporting a local brand. Kind of love these t-shirts, and I think this kind of print just gives it a little bit more edge. Again, it's kind of these t-shirts are always good with like high-waisted jeans and belted in. It's always a talking piece, like always, everyone's always like, oh, where'd you get that from? So it's nice to be able to like talk about this little brand when they do it. And she also has just like lots of every piece is unique, because obviously it comes from a charity shop, so it's nice to kind of get a sense of that each piece has got its own little story to tell, which she likes to talk about them stories. This is like this is from a vintage market. It's one of the I think it was the Judy ones that go around the country, and I found this, and I had been talked into buying it off my fiance, but he was like, you need to buy this and you'll wear it, and I think I don't ever take it off. I've never been to Chicago, so everyone's always like, oh, you've been to Chicago, but it's just so nice, and it's really thick, and it's like that vintage that you know is good quality. So yeah, I kind of live in this. I think I paid £15 for it, but it's been washed and worn loads, and it doesn't feel like the quality just feels amazing on it. So yeah, I love wearing that. These two. I've got this. So this Levi's jacket was a Passover from my sister. Me and my sister are very lucky to be the same size, so she likes to just give me her clothes. So yeah, this is from her. It was a little bit big for her, and she doesn't really like oversized look, but I like oversized look, so it's nice to have like a original Levi's jacket, and I think it's about 4 or 5 years old, and it literally just looks brand new. The qualities obviously of Levi's is amazing. We did look at like distressing it, but we kind of decided that it was nice the way it was, and kind of just keeping it this way. So that's kind of where we sat with this. But yeah, it's one of them pieces that I don't think I'll ever kind of get rid of. So like in the winter it normally goes under my bed, but it comes back out this time of year and kind of is a staple in the wardrobe. And this final jacket, it's a little bit mucky, but this is denim jacket with like kind of like fur lining in, and I got this in my local Bernardo's store for £6. And again, once I bought it, I thought maybe I would wear it 1 or 2 times, because it's not my normal look, but wear it all the time, especially kind of them days where it looks sunny outside, but you know it's going to be cold, so you need a layer on, but it's too hot to put on your thick coat. This is really good with the layering, nice big scarf, to double down it up, wear like high-waisted jeans. I try to mix it up with the colour of the jean on the bottom. I try not to wear the same colour denim, but I have sometimes. I can get away with it sometimes. But yeah, I think this just adds like kind of that like element to your wardrobe, and it's always one of them finds when I wear it, my friends are like, oh, where's that from? And I'm like, oh, the charity shop, and they're like, oh, I'm so jealous that you got this from the charity shop. It does need a good clean. And again, it had to get a good debubbler out to kind of give it a kind of take the inside to make it kind of a bit more wearable, but again, it's still in really good tack. The denim is in really good tack. So yeah, it's just, I think just being able to like look at a piece of clothing and kind of seeing what you can do to make it look better, kind of with a debubbler, or is it just kind of taking some sellotape to get all the hairs and stuff off. It's always a good thing when you're looking in charity shops. We'll go with these last 2 pieces. So these are This blue skirt is a Laura Ashley originally, and I bought it from the British Heart Foundations, and this is a Primark skirt from Oxfam. They're two very different skirts and probably not my normal style, but when I wear this it kind of makes us feel like I'm in the Spice Girls and I'm in the 90s, and I kind of love wearing it. I think it's one of them chic looking skirts that some people might not be able to pull off, but I think it's really nice and kind of goes back to that mini skirt trend. And then this piece is, I had a bit of an obsession with midi skirts, but this is just a bit longer. It's kind of not maxi but not midi, and with a white shirt it's very summery, and I think I'm not much of a summer girl. I would rather wear black than wear white or anything like that, so this kind of gives us that summer colour and kind of makes the outfit kind of a bit more than just a white shirt and a skirt. So it's a nice little token piece, and it's kind of nice and flowy, great for them summer holidays, or kind of if you're going for like sitting in a pub, sitting in a pub kind of outside. It reminds us of the summer a lot. It's nice to take it out from underneath. And the final two pieces. So this bag was given to me off my fiance's mum. I think from what I can get at, it might have been hers when she was younger. So yeah, she gave me that this year. Haven't used it yet, but I'm excited to use it in the summer, because I kind of think taking the straw bag, but just a bit not a straw bag, so it's not the same as everyone else's pieces. And then these jeans again were given to me off my sister, and they're originally ASOS, and they're a type of jean that I don't normally wear. I used to not wear. I used to just wear like skinny jeans, but these are kind of the boyfriend ankle with a lot of distressing, and I kind of fell in love with them, and I wear them all the time now. They're just perfect fit. They've again, they're not kind of distressed the best, but I've got a girl that I go to who kind of is really good at distressing, so she's going to kind of try and refix them for us, so they're not as loose. And we're going to look at maybe distressing the bottom, but so we're just kind of taking an old pair of jeans and like remaking them and kind of making them a bit more kind of sustainable with kind of just looking after them.